What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw review. You know what it is? Raw after Money in the Bank, baby. And yeah, this was a solid-ish following after Money in the Bank. Good stuff happened, some surprises, some returns, all good, some goodish stuff that was in there. Before I get into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and we're gonna get into it. You know, as always, I got the handy dandy notebook, and I'm just gonna get this out the way because I didn't watch it. There was a Symphony of Destruction match with Jackson Riker and Elias. I think Jackson Riker won. That's it. That's all I got. Didn't care about the match, so I didn't bother watching. So, let's go. John Cena kicks us off. Huge ovation. People still love him. And he comes to the ring. You know, he does his John Cena thing. He was talking for a minute. He was talking about his new movie is coming out. He said he came just for Money in the Bank because he missed everybody. He said Roman was mad, Heyman was confused. He said Michael Cole was very happy to see him, and Pat McAfee still couldn't see him. That was hilarious. And then he did the who, what, where, why, when, how things about him. He said John Cena, Universal Championship, SummerSlam, and wherever SummerSlam is going to be located, I think Las Vegas or wherever it is. And he said why? He said because Roman's an asshole, which is hilarious. He told him he was arrogant, self-absorbed, overrated, overhyped guy who's in over his head. And he said, and that's coming from himself, because that's pretty much how he is. He said he needs to get dropped down a peg or two, and yeah, that was pretty much it. But he said that's Friday. I'll be there. Tonight's Monday Night Raw. Let's start it right. And then Riddle comes out. Big pop for Riddle, and John Cena seems kind of happy to see him. And he said, "Oh, I get it, bro." And they do, bro. And then they do. Which leads to Viking Raiders come out, and they have a match with Morrison and the tag team champions AJ and Omos. This was fun. Good stuff. It was kind of weird seeing that Riddle was in this and not Ricochet, since they had a whole thing. But I guess this is gonna eventually bring Randy Orton back, and then have him in the title picture with the Viking Raiders and with AJ and Omos. Maybe Miz and Morrison as well. Whatever it is. Excuse me, guys. Whenever Miz is better. Yeah, this was cool. Omos, of course, was doing big Omos things. Last night he did a thing where he tossed AJ over the rope, and he hit Everett with the Hurricanrana. This time he did it. He just threw him and chucked him over everybody, and they all landed. He and AJ landed on everybody. That was dope. Yeah. Miz was being hilarious on commentary. Matt Riddle comes from behind, like when Omos is about to tag him in, and then he like Matt Riddle gets like the drip stick and he wets it on Omos, and then he like hides and ducks. And he turns around and Miz has one in his hand. He's like, "Oh no, my goodness gracious, this is unfortunate." And then he's about to go attack him, John Morrison's like, nah, don't do it, and he beats up John Morrison. AJ's like, hey, no, don't do it. It's okay. It's okay. Viking Experience on Matt Riddle 1, 2, 3, and your winners, Viking Raiders and Matt Riddle. AJ's not happy. Omos is probably not happy. Miz is probably wetting his pants. Is probably not the dripstick. And yeah, cool. Next up was the Symphony match I didn't care about. Then after that, Nia and Shayna come out, and they're having a match against Tamina and Natty. Tamina and Natty was dominant during the beginning of it, taking them out. I'm pretty sure I didn't see Tamina for like 20 minutes, and then she came back. She tried to hit a super kick. Shayna wasn't having it. They went to go to the top rope, and Reggie gets involved, because of course Reggie gets involved. They did cheer Shayna a little bit, and then she did the thing where she breaks Natalia's arm. The crowd didn't like that, but she goes to the top. Reggie gets involved. Natalia comes around. I'm really tired. I smoked before I got here, and now I'm sleeping. Natalia gets involved on Reggie, takes him down. He's like, "What are you doing?" And then I think Nia gets involved, and then it distracts Shayna. Super kick to the jaw. She gets laid out. 1, 2, 3. Tamina and Natalia win. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Nia, it's this guy, this fool. Get him out of here. Feliz Navidad. I mean, Vamonos. I don't know. Get him out." All that good stuff in the book. And Nia was like, "Hey, don't be talking like that to Reggie. Stop it." Even though Shayna kept saying he's the problem. I think the crowd was chanting Shayna because they wanted Shayna to leave this whole situation. But instead, Nia headbutts Reggie. He always says, "It's your fault. You're the reason why we lose." And it was hilarious. So they're leaving. They boo them. And then they boo Reggie and said Reggie, I think they said Reggie sucks or Reggie can't wrestle or something like that. I think they chanted Reggie sucks. And then Tozawa gets in the ring, or he runs down getting chased by the 24th division. And I think they all trip and fall. Thank the Lord Cedric wasn't in there, and neither was Shelton Benjamin. I think it was R-Truth. I mean, it does suck. It was Drew Gulak was in there, but it was R-Truth, Drew Gulak. I think maybe Lucha House Party was in there. I don't really remember. But they all trip, and then he gets in there, Reggie's in there, and then just like that, after chanting Reggie sucks, they was chanting Reggie's name. It's hilarious. And Cesaro sees him. He does the fist thing. He moves, and he does like a spinning cross-body thing on Tozawa. It does like a Molly go round kind of thing, but he doesn't do it on the top rope. He does it on the canvas, and it gets the 1, 2, 3. And Reggie's new 24/7 champion, and he does a lot of flippy stuff to get out the way. So they're gonna use Reggie for the 24/7 division, and they're probably gonna use him for like a whole bunch of crazy spots to like get out of situations. He's probably gonna do a million flips and stuff over that. So good for Reggie, I guess. Next up, Symphony, yep, don't care. Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo. This match was not a championship match. This match was a number one contenders match thing. It's the same thing they did with Natty and Tamina last week against Chauncey and whatchamaface and Tegan. They won like the week before, and then this week it was like a championship contenders. Maybe you might have a title shot match type thing. It was one of those things. It was weird, but it didn't matter because Humberto lost this match, and it was when Sheamus was getting a lot of the offense, and then Humberto came back doing some suicide dives and some drop kicks from the top rope. And he went to pick him up. He went to punch Sheamus, but it hit his mask, and his hand started hurting. Sheamus saw that, headbutted Karrion, hit him with the bro kick, was over. And I'm assuming, I think what happened, I don't know, I didn't see the end, but I assume he probably beat him up, and then Damian Priest came back out. That was good stuff. Next up, Bliss is back, and she welcomes back Lily. Yeah, Lily. They're talking for a little bit, and then Eva Marie comes out in the playhouse, and she's just talking down Alexa again, talking about her doll was stupid, whatever. And then she was like, "Stop ignoring me." And then Alexa Bliss was like doing something, and she turns around. She's like, "Oh, hey, Dewdrop." She's like, "Dewdrop," and the Dewdrop goes, "Dewdrop," and she's like, "Stop." And then she keeps going on about Alexis. She was saying things about Lily. She said she was a stupid doll. She said she would have Dewdrop throw her in the trash can or something like that. And Alexa Bliss was like, I wish you don't want to do that, because I just took her off punishment, and she's trying to be nice and trying to be cool and stuff like that. And then even Marie was just pretty much like, yeah, I don't care, we're leaving because this place is trash. And then she walks, and then she trips on the floor, and then they're like, oh, okay. She was like, hey, what was that? And she said, let's go, Dewdrop. And then they wave each other goodbye. And then Alexa Bliss laughs. Yeah. Anyways, next up. Oh, this was fantastic. Next up. Oh wow, I didn't even. I don't know what came after. I don't really know what came after that, but I know that Drew beat the living hell out of Shanky. He beat his ass. Oh my goodness. So Jinder Mahal is bragging that Drew McIntyre is not going to face Bobby Lashley anytime soon, as long as he's champion. He said good, he deserves it. He told Shanky to sing him a song because it's his birthday. And then Shanky starts singing Happy Birthday, which I was surprised of how not horrible it was. And then Drew McIntyre comes with a chair, just as hard as I've ever seen. He whacked Jinder with the chair, and then he got Valier, whatever his name is, Veer with the chair, and then he went to town on that poor kid, Shanky. He like gunshots, just he broke the chair. He beat him so bad with the chair, he broke the chair the first time, and then the crowd wanted to be mean and tell him one more time, and then he went out, got a chair, and hit him 19 more times after Shanky was already bleeding. That was awesome. That's the Drew McIntyre I like to see. Just no story time. Just come out here and start beating people with chairs 50 times over. That was great. That was great. I don't know what happened. I know Charlotte Flair comes out. She talks about how she's the Raw Women's Champion. She's a champion everybody needs. Rhea Ripley, she knows she was good, but she wasn't on her level. She's a Flair. Woo! I could beat her every time, anytime, any place, anywhere. And then Rhea comes out. She's like, "Oh, you can? Well, how about you face me tonight?" And she's like, "No, silly. Why would I just beat you last night, with the whole leg. You was over there crying in the corner when I was, my leg, when I was holding the Women's Champion. Remember that? You don't want the smoke." And then Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville came out, and they pretty much was like, first of all, congratulations, Charlotte. And as true as you champ, we respect it, but you did just say that you would face her anytime, any place, anywhere, and she just said that she was pretty sure that she's ready to face you tonight on Raw. So for the Raw Women's Championship, it's going to be a rematch with Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Yeah. After that, again, I don't really know what happens, but I'll assume Bobby Lashley does an open challenge. He said he destroyed Kofi Kingston. Doesn't matter who's in his path. I want the smoke. Give it to him. And then, bask in his glory. That wasn't his theme song, but Keith Lee. Yes. Bask in his glory. Keith Lee's back. He makes me happy. Oh, that's what I was gonna watch the match that I did not watch. But it's fine. Because Keith Lee is back. I don't even care about the match. Keith Lee's back. He's fantastic. Bask in his glory. Yep, I sort of wish that I kind of watched this match. I only watched, I think they showed like the entrances of the two. And they showed a little bit of Keith Lee offense, but they just really showed Bobby Lashley spank-a-danking on Keith Lee. And I think he hit him with a spear and it was over. So, yeah. Bobby Lashley wins clean. Maybe they'll have a rematch sometime down the line. But that wasn't it. Not just Keith Lee shows up. Goldberg shows up. Because of course he does. Nobody can believe it. He comes down. He laughs at Bobby Lashley. Says, "I'm next." Because reasons. Cool. So we're going to get John Cena versus Roman Reigns. We're going to get Edge versus Seth Rollins. And we're going to get Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. Cool. Next up, Karrion Kross versus Hardy. I think they was hyping up Karrion Kross all night. He comes out, dope entrance. Jeff Hardy comes out. You see the writings on the wall. Over your head and burning it. Oh yeah, that theme song's back. That theme song slaps. Yeah, this match was like 3 minutes. Kross was like spanking on Hardy. He was hit him with pseudo Germans and all that good stuff. And he's, I own you, Hardy. And then Hardy hit him with a twist of fate. And he went to go to the top rope, hit a swanton. He moves out the way, and then he says, "TikTok, it's over." And then he comes from behind. He reverses it. He brings him to like the corner, and then he gets him in like a pin, and then uses his foot. Jeff Hardy uses his feet for the ropes to get the win. Big pop. Karrion Kross can't believe it. And then KP said, "What did you feel about your debut loss here?" And he said, "Jeff Hardy messed up. He's a dead man." And Jeff Hardy's like, "Hey, I ain't did nothing. Next up is the main event. It is Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championships. And this match didn't really go long. It was fine for what it was. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair are great. A little bit of back and forth. Rhea was getting in that butt on Charlotte during most of the match until Charlotte was like, "Oh yeah, your ankle really hurts." So she goes after her ankle a couple of times. She chop blocks her when she goes out to the ring because she notices that her ankle is messed up. The first time she does it, and then the second time she clips it, and then she goes out and she gets the Raw Women's Championship and she gets herself disqualified. Because why not? And then Charlotte gets her title. Raise my hand. I'm the queen, the best. You can't touch this. Can't touch this. And then Rhea Ripley comes. She attacks Rhea Ripley. They brawl. Rhea slams her head on the steel post, and then she like gets her in like mid riptide. And Nikki Cross Music. Nikki ASH Cross Music hits, and then Rhea finishes with the riptide. She leaves. Charlotte goes in the ring. She's like, should I do it? Money in the Bank? Yes. So she gives him the Money in the Bank briefcase. He says she's going to do it. She goes on top. Man, how embarrassing it is to lose to a top rope crossbody. She hits Charlotte with that. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new Raw Women's Champion. She is almost a superhero. Nikki ASH almost a superhero. Proud pop big for her. They love them some Nikki. Good for her. I really wish it was like old school Nikki, but this is something that she really wants, so I'm happy for her. Yeah, that was the show. That was it. We got John Cena. We got Keith Lee back, so hopefully he'll be in the mix somewhere. Goldberg, you know, he's there. He's Goldberg. Nikki Cross, new champion. Seeing some stuff what happened with maybe Big E might come over there. I don't know if there was any New Day segments or anything because I didn't watch the show, but that was it. Decent enough show from Money in the Bank. What did you guys think? Did you like the show? Was it good enough for you guys? Is this a step in the right direction because of the crowd? Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.